Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Romance the Samoan Way webinar. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your interest and for taking time out of your busy day to listen in. I'd also like to thank our Samoan operators who have woken up bright and early to be able to join us for today's presentation. Now, unfortunately, due to an unforeseen illness, Liz from Amoa Resort is unable to join us, but I will be covering a few of her slides at the end of the presentation, and we will make every effort to re-record that portion once Liz is well. And once that has been recorded, I will be sure to share that with you as well. Now, if this is your first time with us, this is just a reminder that you are on mute. If you do have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to type those into the question box and we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. Should we run short of time and unable to answer your question, rest assured that we will follow up with you via email. As mentioned, this webinar will be recorded for future viewing, and I'll also be following up with that link in my email as well. Today we are joined by Chris from Seabreeze Resort, who will be able to offer some fantastic insights into what the resort can offer for your clients. But before I hand it over to Chris, I just want to take a few minutes to touch on some of the attractions and highlights for a wedding or honeymoon in Samoa. So in terms of how to get to Samoa, we have three main airline partners. We have Virgin Samoa, which is code-share with Virgin Australia. We have Fiji Airways, formerly Air Pacific, and Air New Zealand. In terms of routing, with New Zealand, we are about 4-hour flight from Auckland. In Sydney, we're about 5 hours. Honolulu is our direct flight out of North America, and from Honolulu, we're just about 5 hours as well. Otherwise, clients can fly down to Fiji and connect through Nandi, and we're only a 2-hour flight into Apia from there. So there's a number of different options for your clients depending on where they're coming from. As I mentioned, they can either go through Hawaii, Australia, New Zealand, or through Fiji. Another option I do just want to mention, clients can also cruise down to the South Pacific, and there are a number of cruise lines that also call into Apia as a port as well. So if you do have any questions on that, I'm happy to answer those as well. But Samoa itself is made up of 10 islands, with our two main islands that you can see here, the big island of Savaii and the main island of Upolu. And Upolu is where your clients are going to fly in. You can see Faleolo International Airport on the screen. I'll circle that for you just there. So that's where your clients are going to be flying into. Now, if they are staying on the south coast, Lalumanu Beach, down by number 2, the drive down there is going to be about 2 hours from the airport. So they are quite big islands in Samoa. So it is good to keep that in mind. Now, if your clients want to get between the two islands, the wharves are connected by a ferry, and the ferry is only about an hour. So it's an easy crossing for your clients trying to get over from Upolu to Savaii. In terms of currency and visa, Samoa does have its own currency. It is the Samoan tala, and the current exchange rate is about $1 will get your clients 2.6 Western Samoan tala, and $1 is just under 2 at 1.97. In terms of visas, your clients receive a visa at no cost on arrival into Samoa, so there's no pre-coordination necessary there, which is fantastic. In terms of what you'll need to get married in Samoa, so your clients will have a few things they'll need to sort out before they arrive. I do want to note that marriages in Samoa are legally recognized worldwide. And to marry in Samoa, clients need to fill out an application for marriage, so their marriage license, at least 14 days prior to the wedding day, but no more than 3 months in advance. And that will need to be filed with the Ministry of Justice in Apia. And there is a $14 Samoan tala fee. Now that is subject to change, but based on the currency, that's currently about $5 or 7 Canadian dollars. Now, upon arriving in Samoa, your clients will be required to provide a photocopy of their passports, birth certificates. If they've had a past spouse that's deceased, they'll also need to provide that death certificate, or a copy of their divorce certificate if they are divorced as well. And then a certificate of no impediment to getting married from the country of origin, so either the US or Canada. And they'll just need to arrive in Samoa 3 days prior to their wedding date. Now, for clients who wish to plan their special day more FIT style, there are a wide range of caterers you can help them with: reception and function venues, florists, cake specialists, photographers, videographers, all of those must-haves for any big day. Otherwise, there are a number of hotels and resorts that can help cater to their needs, and one such property is Seabreeze. And of course, Chris can touch on a few of this in a bit as well. Now, while they're in Samoa, they're going to want to enjoy themselves, especially if they're on honeymoon or they want to do their destination wedding paired with their honeymoon as well. So they'll want to check out beaches such as Lalumanu Beach, which you see here with those stunning white sand, leaning palm trees, beautiful blue lagoons. They'll probably want to dive right in and enjoy the waters around Samoa, either by snorkeling and diving or by heading out on a kayak. Now, most non-motorized water sports are included with the resorts in Samoa as well, so the ease of getting out onto the water, pretty simple. There are outer islands to explore. Now, this is one such island off the coast of Lalumanu. You can see just a few fales sitting on the beach there. They're just the little huts there on that white sand portion of the island, and it's a way to get away for the day as well. Pack a picnic, head out to one of the little outer islands, and really enjoy themselves. For clients that want a little bit more adventure, there is the Tausua Ocean Trench, and this is a 90-meter trench on the south side of the island. And as you can see here, beautiful clarity down in the water. It's actually a tidal flow, so it is ocean water that rises and falls with the tide. So it is salt water, and you occasionally get some fish in there, so it is a fun little snorkel. Otherwise, it's a great relaxing trip. Now, clients will need to climb up and down this ladder, so it is for clients with a moderate level of fitness. But once they're down, it's a really enjoyable experience. And looking back up out of the trench is absolutely incredible. All of the walls are covered in vines, beautiful sky above. It's an exceptional experience. Heading into the interior, there are a number of waterfalls for your clients to explore, along with walking and hiking trails. This is one of the waterfalls on Upolu here. Just some really stunning landscapes, perfect for that romantic adventure honeymoon or wedding. This is the capital of Apia. So in the capital itself, there are a couple of different attractions to see, from markets to shopping centers to fantastic boutique stores. This is the market here where your clients can pick up fresh produce. They can grab their local wares and textiles, some souvenirs for home as well. And this building behind this couple here is called Villa Vailima, and that is actually the home of famous Scottish author Robert Louis Stevenson. This served as his home until his death. So there's a number of artifacts within the museum itself. The curators will take you around the museum, telling you the story and walking your clients through his life in Samoa. Quite a fascinating history that he has with the country, and he's very much beloved by the Samoan people. So he's a very rich part of the history of the country. And interestingly, he wrote Treasure Island while he was living in Samoa, and many believe that it was based on the destination. So fantastic literary history and just a really unique experience just outside the capital. Now, culture can be found throughout Samoa. Fa Samoa is over 3,000 years old, and Samoa is considered to be the birthplace of the Polynesian culture, so it's called the cradle of Polynesia. Now, the fire knife dancing originated here, and the dancing that the women do is quite different from what your clients will find in a few of the other South Pacific islands. A lot of movements with hands and ankles, so it's a beautiful, beautiful dance as well, and the fire knife dancing is a fantastic spectacle. So make sure when your clients are down there, they do make sure they book a Fia night, which are the cultural evenings. So make sure that you check with the resorts when you're booking to see what night that's on and tie that into your client's stay. It's a great evening for a couple to sit out and watch these cultural performances. Now, without any further delay, I'm going to pass it over to Chris from Seabreeze, and she'll be able to answer any questions that you have at the end of the presentation as well. So as mentioned, please feel free to enter those into the question box. And without any further delay, Chris, over to you.
Talo falava, everyone. My name's Chris Martin, and I represent the beautiful, award-winning Seabreeze Resort. just recently voted Samoa's leading hotel at the 2015 World Travel Awards in Hong Kong. Now, Seabreeze provides the ideal romantic getaway for honeymoons, couples, or those seeking a little bit of luxury and intimacy in an adults-only resort. And here we are, if the next slide comes up, here we are on the gorgeous southeast coast of Upolu. Now, the Seabreeze experience actually starts the moment your clients arrive in our pier, which you can see at Faleolo Airport. It takes about an hour and a half to get there. The reason that the Seabreeze experience starts there is that a representative from the property will meet your clients at the airport and offer a chilled towel and water and a gorgeous flesh floral ula, and they'll be whisked straight to Seabreeze in air-conditioned comfort. Now, Seabreeze exceptional service begins with this meet and greet and continues to delight guests throughout their stay. Oops. This boutique intimate property caters exclusively for adults, 18 years and above, and is located in a secluded bay aptly named Paradise Cove. The owner-managers live on site, and the Chris Booth, he greets every guest personally. Now, that's whether they're arriving at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. And if your client's arriving late, as some of the flights do arrive late into our pier, then Chef will have prepared a little plate of sandwiches and fruit and pop them into their villa so that they're there when they arrive in case they're a little bit hungry. It's all of these little touches that make Seabreeze just that extra bit special. Now, Seabreeze caters to a maximum of 25 guests in 11 luxury villas, all of which have a view of the lagoon and ocean. And all of the villas have been architecturally designed to catch the sea breezes. And they feature the most gorgeous lava rock bathrooms. You should see them, they're beautiful. This one shown is a beachfront villa, and from its deck it offers 180-degree views of the lagoon. Inside, of course, they're all air-conditioned as well as catching the wonderful breezes. And this one also has a hot water outdoor shower in addition to the internal bathroom. This particular villa type, the beachfront villa, is exceedingly popular with honeymoon couples. And if you do have any honeymoon couples and they do stay for 5 nights at Seabreeze Resort, they will receive a little gift from the property. So they'll receive for free a bottle of sparkling wine and a plate of canapes that will be served on their deck on the afternoon of their choice. They'll receive a couple's half-hour massage each. And if possible, subject to availability on arrival, they'll receive an upgrade to the next room category. So you must let us know at the time of booking if they are honeymoon couples. The top of the range accommodation is the Honeymoon Point Villa, and it will be pictured here as we overlook the resort's infinity pool. It's super private. It's actually gated. The only people that can get in there from the big wooden doors are the couple that are staying there, and it boasts the most amazing views of the resort, the bay, and the coastline. There are huge decks surrounding the villa, and guests can also relax in their own private spa pool. Now, in all villa types, of which there are 5 categories, guests are offered bathrobes, slippers, there's beautiful in-room amenities, a nightly turn-down service, so there's a small gift on the pillow every evening for each guest, and all room rates include an a la carte stocked minibar, which is replenished daily. In addition, the special Seabreeze service continues, with each guest being allocated a cell phone for use during their stay. That's just in case they need any help when they're out exploring Upolu. And looking back at that Honeymoon Point Villa, when we compare that villa type to other destinations in the South Pacific from a cost-wise point of view, it's exceedingly inexpensive and fabulous value for money. This particular villa actually racks at NZ dollars 630 a night, which is amazingly inexpensive. From a dining point of view, The waterfront bar and restaurant is situated right over the water and is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner daily. A la carte breakfast is included in the room rate too, by the way. And dining is a real treat at Seabreeze, as a resort won the New Zealand Food and Wine Challenge for the last 2 years. However, aside from a la carte, guests can also choose from the pizza menu, which is open on the weekend. And this is when Chef Tarsi conjures up the most intriguing flavoured pizzas and then cooks them to perfection in the traditionally built wood-fired pizza oven. I do believe banana and lobster is his latest treat. It all sounds a little bit Elvis Presley to me, but I'm assured it's gorgeous. However, for the most romantic of or for that special occasion, guests can choose to dine here on the private dining pavilion. It's just perfect to romance your partner, the Seabreeze and Samoan Way. Paulina's Pool Bar is another food and beverage outlet, and this is open daily. It offers scrummy cocktails and a poolside menu of simple meals, salads and burgers, etc. And happy hour starts at 4:30 every day. From an activity point of view, Seabreeze offers guests complimentary use of glass-bottom kayaks and snorkel gear, and car hire is available, as are day tours to explore Upolu. That amazing Tosua Trench that Amanda showed you earlier is only 4 kilometres away. That's less than 2.5 miles away. Guests often walk there, to be honest with you. And the beautiful Laulumano Beach that Amanda showed you too is about a 20-minute drive away. And Chris Booth, the owner-manager, he helps guests plan their day, whether they're just going to relax around the pool or they're going to head off to our pier for the day or to the trench or wherever. He's there to help them all the way. But Seabreeze really is all about relaxation. So please suggest to your clients that they relax, escape, take a step back in time where the pace is slow and the focus is on personal service and genuine Samoan hospitality. Laze on the beach, relax and enjoy cocktails around the pool, or enjoy, as this lady's doing, a lovely massage on your veranda. And Seabreeze is also all about alofa. That's the Samoan word for love. It is the perfect spot for a romantic getaway, to reconnect with a loved one or to say I do to the one you love. It is absolutely perfect for small weddings, everything intimate, exclusive and gorgeous. Seabreeze prefers a maximum 10 in a wedding group because the property is so small, or of course, as the property is so small, one could take over the whole resort if you like, or you could just elope. Now let me know if you need any rates for weddings, etc. We do offer a free wedding package for the bride and groom with a minimum 5-night stay. This is valued at approximately New Zealand dollars 1,800. And our exclusive wedding package includes champagne breakfast to start the day. The beach wedding is set up with an aisle walk. There are local warriors dressed in traditional dress. Of course, there's an abundance of beautiful tropical flowers. The string band will serenade the bride during her walk down the aisle and the signing of the register. There'll be floral garlands for the groom and the bride. And of course, all the paperwork is taken care of as long as it's sent to Seabreeze 14 days prior to the ceremony, and the bride and groom arrive in Samoa 3 days prior to the actual I do date. So thank you so much for listening. If I can send you any further information, my email address is down to the bottom left. And please consider Seabreeze Resorts for your client's next romantic break. Just warn them to protect their heart though, because Seabreeze, I assure you, will steal it. Thank you. For Afatai Lava.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Chris. Now, I do have to say that Honeymoon Point House is probably my favorite room on the island. It is absolutely spectacular. Huge, almost wraparound veranda, views of the property. The image Chris showed of the massage, that's actually on the veranda of the Honeymoon Point house. So really spectacular. Now, please remember, if you do have any questions for Chris, please type those into the chat box now, and we'll get to those at the end of the presentation. Now, I'm just going to quickly touch on Amoa, as mentioned. Now, Amoa is on the big island of Savaii, and they're up on the northeast coast of the island. This is looking back at the property. You can see it just along the shore there. Really spectacular lagoon that it's located on. Now, when your clients come in, they're going to pull into the reception bay, and this is the view right from where they would park. Inside, they're going to come in. Now, I do want to mention Amoa is newly refurbished, so it's just been reopened, so everything is brand new and looking spectacular. Great seating area here while they're waiting to check in. They'll come bring some light refreshments to your clients as well. And this is a great complement if your clients do want to perhaps do a wedding and a honeymoon in Samoa. Perhaps they get married at Seabreeze and honeymoon at Amoa, or in reverse as well. 2 different islands, 2 different experiences. Now, this is leaving the main reception area, heading out into the gardens of the resort. In the rooms, fantastic frangipani and beautiful flowers waiting for your clients. Beautiful decor and Samoan textiles as well. And this is the room here. They can have an extra bed if they have a child traveling with them, or if they have an additional guest. Otherwise, they'll just have the bed at the top with a nice seating area, and that bedroom area is slightly elevated up a couple of steps, which is also where your clients are going to find the restroom up there as well. And each of the rooms have these beautiful outdoor showers. Now, Seabreeze has these fantastic lava rock showers as well, and it's one of my favorite features of Samoan properties. Many of them do offer these beautiful garden outdoor showers, and it is absolutely spectacular, especially after taking a swim in the pool. There's nothing quite like being able to have a private outdoor shower and really just embrace the destination. In terms of cuisine, it is quite spectacular. The food is incredibly fresh, beautifully paired. And then this is the pool area there, and you can look back and you'll see the restaurant where the eating area is located. Now, for clients interested in weddings at Amoa, this is the jetty just across the road from the resort. Just imagine your clients walking down that aisle with this beautiful backdrop of blue lagoon behind them. It's absolutely spectacular. It's an incredible location. For your clients, if they are deciding to honeymoon in destination, if the boys want a boys' day, they can head out and go fishing. Of course, girls are invited as well. But some fantastic fishing out here on the reef. You see the reef break a bit far offshore. As soon as you go over that reef, you can see inland, it's pretty shallow. Once you go over that reef, it gets quite deep. So some fantastic sport and open water fishing out there. Inland, they can trek a bit and go four-wheel driving through the interior of the island, explore the different peaks and really tropical, lush inland. They can head out to local villages and do a tour as well, get a feel for local life. Perhaps head out to the lava fields on the north side of the island, not far from the resort. Check out one of the waterfalls on the south side of the island. So there's a number of different ways to experience Amoa. And as mentioned, we will go ahead and record that section with Liz, and she'll be able to offer some fantastic insights for your clients as well. And I'll send you that recording. But if you do have questions in the interim, please feel free to contact Amoa Resort, and here are their contact details here. Just a couple other properties I want to touch on. These are a few of our superior and deluxe properties in Samoa. Each a slightly different property, different feel, different personality. So please feel free to reach out if you do have questions for pairing your clients. These are a couple of them here. Here's a few more properties as well. And here you'll also see Seabreeze, that beautiful massage picture on the top right. But a number of different brilliant properties. In Samoa is all about, as Chris mentioned, it's about relaxation, really finding yourself, spending time with your loved ones, and enjoying that Samoan way of life and love. So with that, I'd like to open it up to any questions. Again, if you do have questions, just type them into the question box now, and we'll get to those. So we did have one question regarding the ferry in Samoa. So there's a couple different options for the ferry. I recommend the business class ferry when your clients are traveling between the two islands. There are two reasons for this. One, the business class ferry it's a larger boat, so it is a smoother crossing, and your clients can have a beautiful seated area in the air-conditioned business class, and they're served light refreshments as well. So the two reasons, as mentioned, it's a larger boat and it's air-conditioned with light refreshments. So that's really how your clients are going to want to experience the ferry. They can also go up to the top as well and sit outside if they want to get some views of the crossing. So the price does vary on whether your clients are just walking onto the ferry, if they're taking on a car, if they're self-driving around the islands, but it's a pretty minimal cost. It's about 10 to 20 US dollars once you convert, just depending on what they're going to be wanting to do. But again, all of that information is available, and I can follow up with that as well. But it is an hour crossing in between islands. Chris, we do have one question for you on the wedding venues at the property. Where are the most popular places at the resort to get married, or what are the options?
Most people to get married on the beach, but they could be anywhere. There's a couple of gorgeous bays surrounding Seabury, and they could even be set up on their own private bays.
That's brilliant. Thank you for that. So it's nice to know that clients do have options when they're looking at weddings at Seabreeze as well. It does look like that's all the questions we have for the moment. So I'll go ahead and put up our contact slide here. Of course, my information's at the top. Feel free to email me if you have questions in general about Samoa, how to get there, anything along those lines. Of course, Chris's information is here if you have any specific questions on Seabreeze. I know she'd be more than happy to assist. And the general contact details for Amoa are here, and we'll follow up with additional contacts for Elizabeth as well. One final thing I just want to mention, if you do have general questions on Samoa or want to know a bit more about the destination, I encourage you to visit samoa.travel. There are interactive maps with flight times on here, information about our top what to see, what to do, broken down by interest, whether it be adventure, foodie, travel, culture, any of the above. And of course, contact details and where to order brochures if you'd like any of that. Or you can just send me an email as well, and I'm more than happy to assist. But with that, I want to thank you for joining us, and I wish you a lovely rest of your day, and we'll be in touch soon. Thank you so much, and a huge thank you to Chris as well.
Thank you.